Do you want to learn how to make a gorgeous farmhouse fall centerpiece for your farmhouse table this fall season? Keep watching. Hello everyone, I am Ramon. Welcome back to Ramonathome. I'm so excited you're here today because we're going to do a matching centerpiece with a beautiful LED candle and a galvanized pumpkin to match our farmhouse style decor that we've been doing. If you have not seen the matching wreath and the lantern, I'm going to link them down below. They were absolutely gorgeous and super easy to make, and this will help you create a cohesive look this fall season for your home. So if you are interested in how to make a gorgeous full centerpiece farmhouse style rustic, be sure to stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with a friend. Let them know what we're doing here at Ramonathome. Also let them know we're just getting started. I just want to inspire you to create something beautiful, and to do that, I'm gonna give you all the materials you're gonna need for this centerpiece. Keep watching. We're gonna use some of these beautiful eucalyptus from Walmart. We're also gonna use a few olive branches from Shinoda Design Center. I'm also gonna use some stems of this beautiful lamb's ear that came from Walmart. And as you guys know, I am absolutely obsessed with this pick from Walmart. I love the corn husk, the little pumpkin. They're representative of the farmhouse style, as well as the berries and the olives. So we're gonna use 3 of them. The gorgeous white sunflower from Walmart that you guys know I am in love with. This is also very representative of the farmhouse style decor, and we're gonna use a few pieces of them. For our filler, we're gonna use this really dainty Daisy Mom that really is reminiscent of that particular sunflower, and this came from Shinoda Design Center. For our ribbons, I'm gonna use a white and black check as well as some burlap. For the center of our centerpiece, I'm gonna use this galvanized metal pumpkin that came from Hobby Lobby. For our second option, I'm gonna go ahead and use a flameless candle as well as a hurricane. And to get our centerpiece going, I'm gonna go ahead and use this little tray from the dollar store, as well as 2 blocks of foam and some moss from Walmart. Now that you know all the materials we're going to use, it's time to get started. All right, everyone, so to get started, the very first thing I'm going to do is mark my foam. And what I like to do is I like to put my hurricane and push down so I know where the circle of the bottom of the hurricane is. And then that way I know where my candle is gonna go on my hurricane, and then also where my pumpkin is going to be, our second option is gonna go. So it's gonna fit very beautifully around here. So I'm gonna put these items to the side and I'm gonna get started. Now, if you've seen our last centerpiece, and it was a very traditional looking one, that you've probably seen this part, so you can skip. But if you are new to the channel, then there's a few things that I like to explain. And that is that, first of all, we have to green our container. And the way I like to do that is by inserting one to my right and one to my left. I have this rule of thumb that what goes up must come down, and what happens to the left has to happen to the right. And that means that if I insert one on my left, then immediately I move to the other side, and then I insert another one. The other thing you need to know is that I always like to insert one greenery or one flower at a time, because that's what gives your centerpiece balance. You want a really centerpiece that is balanced, a wreath, or just a floral arrangement. And the way you do that is by doing that. What happens to the right happens to the left, and what goes up must come down. And so as you can see, I'm just immediately moving to the other side. And so far I just added some of the moss to cover the foam, and I'm gonna add some of this eucalyptus. Then I'm gonna move forward to my olive. And olive and eucalyptus is very, very representative of the farmhouse style. Then you turn it around like that so you can move to the next side. Now this is very long, so what you need to do is just go ahead and get my clip and make him shorter, because we don't want anything to overpower the centerpiece. So then move immediately to the other side. And as you can see, it really does create some balance to your centerpiece. And I absolutely love this olive. I think it is so beautiful. It came from our friends at Shinoda Design Center, and they've been really courteous enough to let you guys use my wholesaler ID. It's a wholesale place, but if you call them and tell them that you saw it at Ramonathome and you want it shipped, they're gonna be able to let you use my wholesaler ID, so you guys can order anything that you are seeing here. Of course, this is not sponsored. I just like to support local, and so that's what I like to do for places that are local here in San Diego. We just like to talk to them and see if they can give you guys a chance to purchase some of the items, because, well, you might need like this beautiful olive for your centerpiece. All right, so far I've added the eucalyptus and I've added the olive. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the lamb's ear, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some of these lamb's ear. However, I feel like they are too long, And like I said, I don't want it to overpower any of my centerpiece. I really want those sunflowers to show. And so what I like to do is I add one to the front, one to the back, and I always do a cut a corner, then I spin around, and then I can repeat the exact same step on the other side. So I basically just add right here, and what we're looking for right now is to cover as much as we can of the foam. And then also, if you've been following the channel, then you know that I always tell you guys, the more greenery you can use, the better, because it will make your centerpiece look very, very natural. And the other thing is, you have to be careful because these greeneries are all on the gray spectrum of the greenery. You cannot put very many brights with your dolls because then it will look out of balance. So you want to make sure that you use as many on the same gray. And if you guys look at the farmhouse style, you know they always like to use this lamb's ear, and then also the eucalyptus, and then also the olive. So that's why we're using that, because all of these greeneries are on the gray spectrum of the greenery aisle. Let's put it that way. All right, so then now what I'm gonna bring is some of my pumpkins and the pigs, and I'll be right back to show you the next step. All right, you guys, if you have seen the wreath, the lantern, and the other centerpiece I show you how to make with this particular pig, you know that I am obsessed because I absolutely love this little corn husk. I feel like it gives it so much character and is very representative of the farmhouse. Along with these pumpkins, they are made out of styrofoam, and they just have this little pig, and you can just basically move them around and poke them if you like you can see. It's very easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give this a bend down like this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and insert one up here, and then you push it down. Then immediately I'm gonna move to the other side, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a curvature. So the reason why you wanna give that curvature is so this area really pokes up. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert right here. And then of course I'm gonna go ahead and go opposite. And then because I put two down, what I wanna do is put two lower so it is balanced that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this guy right here. And then I'm gonna spin around, and I'm gonna move to the exact opposite side of the aisle, give it a curvature, fold my pumpkin up, and then I'm gonna go opposite and directly across from the last one I just inserted. And that way, as you can see, it really gives the area where the candle is going to be all of the focal point, and it just makes it look airier, and I absolutely love it. All right, I'm gonna bring some of my flowers and greeneries, and I will show you the next step. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, so I went ahead and put my hurricane and my candle down because now we need to really go in with the sunflowers, and to do that, I need to cut them short. So I'm gonna cut these stems a little shorter, and I'm gonna go ahead and insert one right here. Make sure that goes into your foam. And then when you poke it into your foam, just make sure you play with that sunflower head. And as you can see, it's gonna start to fill in. I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here and cut it short to make sure that it goes down on the foam. So basically what we want to do is fill in right here. I think we're not gonna need more than 3 of the sunflowers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the famous triangle that I'm always telling you guys about. So as you guys can see, there's 2 right here. Then to make a triangle, I have to go and insert this guy right here, like this, play with the head. Now these little clippings that you have of the foliage, go ahead and insert those because it will make it look more natural. As I told you, the more greenery you have, and because you have some sunflowers and this is sunflower foliage, then it is perfect. Never waste any of your greenery, and just go ahead and poke it wherever you feel like it needs some. So I'm gonna do a triangle. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna actually spin it around and put it right here. And then for our flyaways, I'm not gonna use that last one. For our flyaways, I'm gonna use some of these really pretty Daisy Mom that I showed you guys before. It is my absolute favorite, but what you do need to do is play with and fluff it. And just by giving it a few curvatures, look what these guys going to do to this centerpiece. So basically just go ahead and poke like that, and look at that. It really extends it, and it really gives it air, and it makes it look more natural. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and add about 5, like that, and just go ahead and look how gorgeous that makes it look. It gives it some girth, it gives it some air, and I absolutely love this particular Daisy Mom. And it, like I said, it really plays with the sunflower right here, so I love it. So I'm gonna use 5, and make sure that when you have odd numbers like that, you really evenly distribute them, so that way your centerpiece is very, very balanced. So I have 4, I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here, but now before, I gave this guy a little curvature so it looks more natural. Like that. Look at that. How cute is this? I like it. However, our lantern and our wreath had some plat ribbon, so I'm gonna get some of this plat ribbon ready and I'll be right back with you and show you guys some tricks. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, so I have some of this plat ribbon as well as some of this burlap ribbon. So I want to do a smaller bow and no tails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my plat one on the top, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this so the burlap is on top right here. And like I tell you, I don't want any tails because I have some other tails that I'm going to show you in a second that we're going to add. And also I don't want this bow to be too big. And if you guys don't know how to make a bow, I have a video where I show you how to make a bow, and I'm going to link it up right now. But I do have to warn you, the music is really loud, but it's very informative because it's 3 different types of bows. So what I'm doing basically, I'm going to do a 4-loop bow, very small, very dainty, because we don't want it to overpower our centerpiece. So basically I'm just twisting like this, and I'm gonna cut right here with my trusty scissors. Then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna use this wire and I'm gonna pull through the middle right here in the bow. I'm gonna pull back and pull really tight like this. And then while I have it here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have one of these picks. This is a florist pick, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull it through as well because this is what's gonna use to insert into the centerpiece. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use the wire that it has attached to it and then just swirl it around. And then what I'm going to do is swirl the other wire around so it's more secure, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the excess, all right? Super easy. Then what we need to do is we're gonna go ahead and fluff our little bow. Right now it looks a mess, but I promise it's gonna look really cute. Look at this, super easy. Just go ahead and separate the bow. I wanted something dainty and tiny because it's gonna go to the side of the candle. So like this, just go ahead and separate them, fluff it, like that. All right, I'm gonna bring my centerpiece back and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with this. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, so I have my bow right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and insert this bow right here to the side. Make sure it goes into your foam. You wanna give it a fluff. Make sure that all the bows are sticking out, looking beautiful. And the reason why I didn't wanna do tails is because I've shown you how to do these tails right here before. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bow on this side. Then I'm gonna go ahead and insert one of the tails right here. So it looks like the bow is actually flying that way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use a second one. And then I'm gonna go all the way down on the centerpiece. And I'm gonna put it right here so it really extends the shape of our bow and our centerpiece, as you guys can see. So that is what idea number 1 for this rustic farmhouse centerpiece for fall looks like. All right, so I wanna show you what it looks like if I was to take this candle out, and then if I just bring this really pretty galvanized pumpkin and set it right here on the top. You can go from a dining centerpiece to just something you can put on an entryway table, you can put on a buffet table, you can put on a console, actually on a coffee table. And I love the galvanized because it does match the galvanized on our lantern and then also on our wreath, and I absolutely love it. What do you guys think? As you guys can see, creating a gorgeous farmhouse fall centerpiece with a rustic look is super easy and part of our Triple D project. If you guys want to see more double duty DIYs, be sure to leave the hashtag triple D down below, and I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave me a comment, what do you think about this particular look? And if you have not seen the matching wreath, the matching lantern, and the other centerpiece that we did for this look, I'm gonna link them all below for you so you can check them out, and stay tuned for the matching mantle for your fall season. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single fall update. We're just getting started. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. You can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye. If you are new to this channel, I want to take a second to welcome you and invite you to subscribe for future decorating ideas by hitting this button down here. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you're notified about every single fall update. We're going to be uploading videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. And if you enjoyed this video, I recommend you watch this one right here. And there's going to be a full playlist of all of our fall videos down here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.